Hi there, I'm Erin Jorick, and I wonder, do you ever have a day where you feel utterly overwhelmed and unsure of how to manage your emotions? Maybe it's a single day, maybe it's a week, a month, a year, and things can feel overwhelming, right? Things can feel really challenging, and it can feel like we're constantly just kind of drowning in our feelings and our emotions, and it can feel like there's no way out. Yoga by no means is a quick fix. It will not manage everything. I do find, however, that some movement and some time to be with your breath um, can help ground us as human beings. And sometimes after even just a short practice, you feel like I can do this. I can overcome this, and I can maybe manage my feelings, my daily tasks a little bit better. So that's kind of what this practice is about. We're going to do a 20-minute practice where right away you're going to get in your body, and we're going to build into a pretty steady flow. Again, it's going to be pretty short. And then we'll wrap up with some seated shapes that you'll be with for a few breaths so that you can just really be with your physical body and be with your breath to hopefully calm down a little bit and get grounded. Okay, so we're going to start right away in downward facing dog. So placing your hands about shoulder distance apart, feet approximately hip distance apart, and right away add some movement. Maybe a pedal of the feet, bend the right knee, left knee, let the hips shift a little side to side. So right away getting in your body, just kind of feeling things out. And then finding a little bit of stillness, push your hands down and forward, lift your sitting bones, sink the heels down and back. Then inhale, rock forward, high plank pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Exhale back to downward facing dog, lift your sitting bones. Two more, inhale, high plank, take your time, shift the shoulders forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift the sitting bones. All right, we got one more, inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then from down dog, shift your gaze forward and take a standing forward fold at the front of your mat. Feet hip distance apart or wider. Allow your torso to drop nice and heavy. Maybe a little shake of the head. Perhaps you cross your forearms in front of you and reach for the elbows. And sometimes that variation just creates a little more weight so that the torso and the spine can lengthen downward. So with each shape that you move through in this practice, take the time to breathe. Give the shape its moment to really settle, so feeling unrushed. All right, then release your hands and then take the feet closer together or perhaps all the way together. Inhale for chair pose. Keep it pretty easy. Utkatasana. Bend your knees. Lift the arms. Ground through the base of your big toes, base of the little toes. Press through the center of your heels. Sink the sitting bones back. Now, reach your arms alongside you. Face your palms forward. Draw your shoulder blades toward your spine. Drop the shoulders down. And then take your hands higher than your pelvis. Flip your palms to face each other. Now you might pause here or add an interlace of the fingers, just getting a little deeper into the front of the shoulders. Shoulder blades in, shoulder blades down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release your hands. You'll come to standing. Inhale all the way up, reach for the ceiling. And then exhale, hands at your heart. A couple half salutations. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. All right, so starting to connect with the breath more. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift your torso parallel to the floor. And then exhale, fold forward, release down. Inhale, rise up. Stretch your legs, reach your arms. Exhale, join hands at heart. One more. Inhale, big reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Ground your toes, lift your ribs. Exhale, fold forward. Let the neck soften, jaw soften. Inhale, rise up. Feel your feet ground down as you reach high. Exhale, join hands at heart. Good. Adding on some lunges. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step right foot back into a lunge. So hands down, right foot travels back. In your lunge, inhale, move the chest a little forward. Then exhale to a long pyramid. Lengthen the front leg any amount and fold down. Inhale, back to your lunge, bend through your front knee. Exhale again, long pyramid, push through the left big toe, fold in. Inhale, lunge. Last one this side. Exhale, long pyramid. Inhale, lunge, bend the front knee, chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel your hands push through the floor. Inhale. Exhale, step right foot forward to a lunge, right foot up. Now on this side, inhale, add a little twist. Reach the right arm high and we'll pause here. If you'd like, roll out the right wrist. Maybe a circle of the arm forward, backward, getting into the shoulder. Right, nothing super complicated here, just letting your body open up. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, forward fold, step the back foot up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, stretch your ribs, reach your arms. Exhale, join hands at heart. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold. All right, so find steady, consistent breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back into a lunge. Left foot travels back. In the lunge, inhale, heart a little forward. Exhale, long pyramid. Ground the right big toe, fold in. Inhale, lunge, bend your front knee. Right, you're not holding in anything super specific. Exhale, long pyramid. Maybe the knees are deeply bent, that's okay. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, long pyramid. Inhale, lunge, bend your front knee, lift the chest a little. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot back. Big breath in, lift your sitting bones. Exhale, step your left foot forward into a lunge. Right hand down, and then add a twist here. Take the left arm up. Maybe you roll the wrist. Maybe you circle the arm. Taking a moment to just consider what feels good, what's going to feel best in the moment. And then in the twist, take a big inhale. Exhale, forward fold, step the back foot up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, stretch your legs, reach your arms. Exhale, hands at your heart. God, layering on some more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step right foot back into a lunge. Right foot steps back. And now you'll rise up. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift your torso. Send the arms high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hands down, left foot back. Now inhale, plank. Shift the shoulders forward. Exhale to your mat, all the way down here, and take cobra pose. Flip to the tops of your feet. Inhale, Bhujangasana, cobra. Shoulder blades in, elbows in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale, lift your right leg high, right leg up and back. Exhale, lunge, step your right foot forward. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift your torso, reach the arms. Few breaths here. Feet hip distance apart or broader. Press the back of your left knee toward the ceiling. Now just like in chair pose earlier, reach your arms alongside you, face your palms forward. Shoulder blades in, shoulder blades down. Take the hands higher. Face your palms towards each other. Stay here or add an interlace of the fingers. Shoulders in, widen the chest. Now feel free to stay here for a few breaths, or you might move this into a balance, a version of Warrior 3. You might slide the left foot a little forward, then lower the torso, elevate the left thigh. Right, if you are balancing, taking some time to get grounded through the right foot, firm the right leg. Whatever shape you're in, widen the front of your chest. Now, if you're in the balance, take your time back to crescent lunge, soften the right knee, left foot lands, and then eventually arms up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, step your back foot up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise up, lift your ribs, reach your arms. And then exhale, hands at heart. Inhale, reach your arms high. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back into a lunge, big step back. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, ground your front foot, reach up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank, shift the shoulders forward. Exhale to your mat all the way down. Flip to the tops of your feet. Inhale, cobra, Bhujangasana, lift the upper ribs, elbows in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, lunge, step it forward. Crescent lunge, lift your torso and arms. And then pause, feel the shape, give it a moment. Press into the front foot, lengthen the back of your right knee toward the ceiling. Then reach your arms alongside you, palms forward, hug your shoulder blades in, drop your shoulder blades down, flip your palms to face each other. Now, you might stay here. You might add the interlace of the fingers, shoulder blades in, broaden the chest. Feel free to stay right here or add the balance, a version of Warrior 3. You might hop the right foot forward a little bit, and then eventually lower the torso and elevate your right leg. Gather your inner legs towards each other. Hug your shoulder blades in, lift and widen through the front of your chest. Pull your front ribs toward your spine. Good. Now, if you're in the balance, bend your back knee. Big, big step back. Eventually send the arms overhead. Inhaling, crescent lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Hands down, big step up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, reach your arms up overhead. And then exhale, join your hands in front of your heart. And then with your hands in front of your heart, you might close your eyes. You might turn your gaze slightly downward. Take a moment to breathe. So at this point, you've been moving your body, you've been building into a flow, about 10-ish minutes. Feel what you feel. Feel your breath as it moves in and out. And when it feels right for you, open your eyes, release your arms. One more flow, we'll take a sonnet. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank, or any version of your flow. Inhale, you might take up dog. Cobra is also really great. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. From here, lower down to your knees. So you're going to take a kneeling position. Vajrasana, hips on the heels. I'm going to turn to face the camera just for my orientation. So if kneeling does not feel great for you, feel free to sit in a different way. You can also sit up on a block or a prop if you have it available. So a moment to kneel. Feel grounded through the shin bones, lift the ribs. And take a really mild twist. Take your left hand to your right knee or thigh. And then right arm behind you, keep it really mellow, half bind. So right hand's gonna reach in the general direction of the left hip crease. Inhale, lift both sides of your ribs. And then exhale, twist really easy to the right. Couple more, big breath in, lift the chest. And exhale, twist. One more, inhale. And exhale. Release your twist, release your right arm from behind you. And then second side, take your right hand to the left knee or outer thigh. Left arm behind you, really mild half bind. You can also ditch the bind and reach the left arm behind you. Take a big breath in, sit tall. Take an easy breath out to twist. Inhale, lengthen your ribs. And exhale, twist. Got one more, inhale. And exhale. Good, then let that go, release the twist. Now we're gonna move into kind of a kneeling side bend of sorts. I'm not going to get super specific here, but if you are on your shins, let your butt move over to the right. All right, so you now have kind of the legs in this like wonky offset kneeling position. And then take your right hand to the right, take a fair amount of weight into the hand, and take the left arm overhead. Right, not a lot of specifics here. You're just kind of letting the whole body lean right, drive through the right palm, turn the left ribs open. And if you want, you might bend your left elbow, left hand behind the head. I feel that creates just a little more opening in the left ribs. And then breathe into that left side. All right, then come back through center. Push off through the right hand. You're going to transition through center, so hips go to center, and then hips go off to the left, second side. And you might do a little stack of the feet behind you. You might not, right? And one side, I've got a little more limitation on this side, so the knees are in even more of a wonky position. Take your left hand to the left, right? Because ultimately, you're not resting a lot of weight on your tail. You're going more toward that left arm. And then take the right arm overhead. Drive through the right palm, or rather left palm. Turn the right ribs open, reach through the right fingertips. And then maybe you bend the right elbow, right hand behind the head. Turn the right ribs open, chest open. And then breathe deeply into the right side of the ribs. Breathe in. And breathe out. Transition through center. And then if you are in this kneeling position, swing your legs out in front of you. Take a seat on your seat. Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Join the soles of your feet and widen your knees. Place your fingertips behind you. Push down to sit tall, right? Feel all that length, all that space you've created. And if you want to stay here a little longer, do that. If you want to fold forward, do that. You might have hands on feet. Hands might reach in front of you. So once your body settles into like the general feeling of this shape, start to take it in. Notice what you're feeling physically. Watch your breath as it moves in and out. Now, if you want to stay in this shape a little longer, I invite you to stay here a little longer. If you want to take a different forward fold, you might set up Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. So legs forward, knees could be bent any amount. Let your torso hinge forward. Right, and I think there's a lot of value in keeping your forward folds really active, right? This pull of the ribs away from the pelvis, the legs really firm. Yeah, if you're not feeling that, soften into the shape. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And if you are feeling maybe a tremendous amount of pulling in the hamstrings or lower back, maybe you bend the knees a lot and let your thighs support your abdomen. Right, feel the whole shape. Breathe into the shape. One more inhale. Easy exhale. All right, lift your chest. Lie on your back. Right, and just one more shape, a right side and a left side before we take Shavasana here. Keep your left leg long on your mat. Bend your right knee in and give that right leg a little squeeze. You might hold the front of the shin or under the thigh bone. Draw your right knee up nice and high. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Same shape, second side. Right leg long, left knee in. You might hold the front of the shin or underneath the knee. Give the leg a little squeeze. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, let that go. And then Taking some time to settle into Shavasana or any other resting shape. If you want to go to a seated position or even sit up in a chair, right? There's lots of really good options. But taking some time to organize your body. And if you are settling into some type of reclined resting shape, a few things to consider. Feel the weight of your head as it rests on the floor. Feel both of your shoulder blades as they rest heavy on the floor. Feel the weight of your pelvis as it rests heavy on the floor. And from those weighted spots in your body, maybe your muscles can soften a little more. Perhaps your mind can rest a little more. We'll take about a minute here. Now, if you have more time to be in your resting shape, then please stay here longer. If you are feeling ready to move on, take a few deeper breaths. Maybe you add some small movements. And then eventually draw knees in, turn to your right or your left side, a moment in a fetal posture. And once you find your fetal shape, just pause. Feel your body as it's supported by the floor. And then eventually press into your hands, come up to a seated position. Any seat, anything that feels right. Letting your body settle into that seated shape, feel grounded, feel supported. And breathe. All right, sometimes it's a helpful tool to get in your body, to feel grounded, to feel supported, especially in moments when you're feeling really overwhelmed. And as the body settles, maybe you can breathe a little deeper. Maybe you can let the mind settle a little bit. All right, so thank you so much for joining in this practice. Thank you so much for taking care of yourself, and please continue to take good care of yourself.